Hello and welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Tuesday, August 14th, 2018. Just going to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks has a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. Always for your further homework. Good morning, Sue here. Hope you've had a great summer so far. I want to start off by saying I am sorry about last week. I came back from vacation and encountered nothing but computer problems, and so I got frustrated. I wasn't able to solve them, and so canceled my video last week, and so I'm bringing it forward to today. And so I just wanted to say thank you for your patience with that. So with that, let's get into today's video. I am filming this at about 8:45 on Tuesday morning. The futures look to be getting off to a green, strong start. But let's start our process. We always take a look at the Russell Index. I always want to make sure that before I put a name forward for our watch list, I'm putting it forward in a rising market environment. That's very important to me. And to determine that, I look at the Russell Index. And so we are looking at the IWM, which is the ETF that represents the Russell 2000. And I like to step back and take a look at it on a 5-year monthly time frame. So we're looking at the bigger picture look. Why do I choose the Russell? I choose the Russell because I deem it to be the most interest rate sensitive of the indexes, and I want to keep my processes simple and these videos short. So I look at the Russell. As long as the Russell's moving higher, I'm adding new names to my watch list. So as you can see, we only have one indicator on the chart, and that is this blue line, which is the 8-day EMA, which is EMA is exponential moving average. You can see that since the beginning of 2016, the Russell's been in this nice uptrend, trending higher. But I really want to focus on where we are right here, right now. So here is a candle for the month of May, which I think is an important candle because it had a big, wide, bullish body. We had chopped around for the sequence of candles prior to May, looking for direction. May gave us a nice strong candle, pushed us up and over into this new price zone. And the following candle for June was a little bit less decisive, as with July, but interesting to note that August is opening up towards the top of the body of the candle for July. So if you're into candlesticks, that's meaningful for you. So I've taken away all my lines of support and resistance. I'm going to put them back in now. They're just my own personal lines. I like to keep my charts really simple. So this pink line is short-term support resistance. The orange is medium. Now, for those of you that are regular viewers, this morning I moved my medium-term line of support resistance from down here to up here. It's more appropriate because we want to monitor this area. You can see that this was an area that offered some support. And this is long-term support resistance, kind of ignoring it for now. So let's zero in on this area. I'm going to move it away from the 5-year monthly to the 1-year weekly. And my rules say that I want to see price up and over the blue line on the daily chart before I add any new names forward for my watch list. So I want an uptrending chart. In this case, I want an uptrending index, which is the Russell index. We can see that it's uptrending, but sort of been trading sideways. The blue line is getting flat. It is up and over the blue on the weekly, but not on the daily. So I'm going to be extra cautious, and I'm not going to put a new name forward for our watch list today, but instead I'm going to feature some charts that I think might be worth taking a look at should the price strength we're experiencing this morning continue through the day and tomorrow. So here's the weekly look. I just want to move over to the daily so that you can see. Here's our blue line. This is our pink line of support resistance, and I'm going to zoom in. You can see that the blue line price yesterday closed below the 8-day EMA, giving us a bearish candle. And so I'm not adding a new name, but again, I'm going to refeature. Take a look at our 3 latest picks that we've profiled here at Chart of the Day Cafe. Raytheon, Phillips 66, and UPS. And so I wanted to highlight for you, in the event that the markets do recover, 3 past Chart of the Day Cafe picks, recent picks that I think still look really good here. So the first one is Phillips 66, PSX. You can go back to our video library and take a look at the full video. We put it forward on this green circle day when price moved up and over the 8-day EMA. It came into that area of support consolidated and has had a beautiful move higher here. I would expect, if the markets do continue their price strength throughout the day, that Phillips 66, with this consolidation, just like it consolidated here, may start to lift and move up and over our blue and onto new territory. So it's all about what the overall market wants to do, but I love the charts and the scores. And you know me at Chart of the Day Cafe, I am all about the scores. They must have really strong fundamental scores. And I double checked Phillips 66 this morning, so it still has a beautiful high value score. A forecasted earnings growth rate going forward of 21%, a PE of 15.23, and a dividend yield of 2.63%. So that's the first one, Phillips 66. The next chart that I'll be keeping an eye on in the days ahead is UPS. UPS was our Chart of the Day Cafe pick here, Green Circle Day, on July 12th. You can see that it's had a beautiful move since then. I checked the scores on UPS this morning. They're still really nice and high where I like them. So just to quickly recap, as per today, still a really nice high value score, a forecasted earnings growth rate going forward of 19%, a current PE of 16.62, and a dividend yield of 3.08%. So I've drawn another line of support resistance in here. I would say that if the markets, the strength that we're seeing this morning continues, I would expect UPS to start to lift in this area. And just as a reminder, I'm going to zoom in a little bit just to keep it super simple, which I strongly believe in. I look for the pink moving average to cross the blue and tilt up. So it's consolidating, it's at an area of support. It's way too early yet, but in the days ahead, because these videos only go out on Tuesday and Thursday, I'm putting this on my watch list, and should UPS with those beautiful scores start to lift here and give me that cross, I think it's a really good candidate. So the 3 EMA crossing the 8 EMA. Simple and easy. And lastly, I'm going to be keeping an eye on Raytheon, ticker symbol RTN. I've pulled the chart out a little bit more on this one. So we're looking at the 5-year monthly. Raytheon was a Chart of the Day Cafe pick back here in 2014. Lifted up and over the blue. It's been in this beautiful uptrend since. It sort of traded flat, but when it picked up, it really picked up. It's at an area of support now. We featured this chart on July 5th. Here's the big chart. I want you to see the consolidation and the area of support. Now I'm going to zoom it in, away from the monthly to the 6-month daily. And it was our Chart of the Day Cafe pick right here, bouncing off this area of support. And again, it's all about the scores. Double check the scores on Raytheon this morning. Still a nice high value score. A forecasted earnings growth rate going forward of 17%. A current PE of 19.71 and a dividend yield of 1.77%. All the beautiful scores I look for. So lifted, had this nice run higher, but it's come in. This must have been earnings. It's come in and it's consolidating. In a continued strong market environment, I will look for Raytheon here to start moving up again. So I will be looking for that 3 and 8 EMA cross. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't trigger. The markets go lower, but Raytheon is in a nice sector. It's got beautiful scores. It pays a dividend. I would be keeping an eye on Raytheon in this area. So with that, I'll leave you. As a reminder, these videos go out every Tuesday and Thursday morning. We'll see you on Thursday.